Hello, everyone, and welcome to News from the Nations. We are so happy to have you here today. My name is Heather, and I am the marketing manager here at Children of the Nations. If you're a regular to our show, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, then welcome. Whether you're watching live on Facebook or our YouTube channel, we're so happy to have you here. News from the Nations is a weekly broadcast for Children of the Nations, and Children of the Nations, we're an organization where we help raise children who transform nations. We work with orphaned and destitute children in 5 countries: Sierra Leone, Malawi, Uganda, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. We work with about 5,000 children in some of the most difficult places on earth. We work with the children who are coming through really tough circumstances, many who were formerly orphaned, and we work to help empower them, uplift them, and supply them with everything they need to succeed and transform their nations. So here at News from the Nations, we share updates and news and stories of change. And for Children of the Nations, it is our 25-year anniversary this year. So now, more than ever, we are so happy to have you with us. While you're here, take a moment to like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, our YouTube page, LinkedIn. All those links will be in the chat room below. If you are watching live, then head to our chat room and share where you're watching from. If it were me, I'd be saying I'm watching from Seattle, Washington. And we have 2 chat hosts with you once again. We have Bryce and Fraser. Bryce has been with Children of the Nations for about 2 years, and Fraser is going on 12 years. So be sure to head to the chat room, say hi to Bryce and Fraser, share where you're from. Bryce and Fraser will be there to answer questions for you, engage with you on the stories. So head down below, say hi. Before we get started, one last thing, I want to invite you to share this video right now on your Facebook page with your friends and family so that everyone you know can hear from us at News from the Nations and hear of some really great stories of change. I call today's episode the encouragement episode. So without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of News from the Nations. Welcome to News from the Nations. This is a live weekly broadcast where we're sharing the impact being made in the 5 countries where we serve. We work with about 5,000 children who are coming through really tough circumstances, many formerly orphaned, and we work to help empower, uplift, supply them with everything they need to help transform their own nations. We're so happy you're here. My name is Heather. I'm the marketing manager here at Children of the Nations. Today's show, we want to take a look at what our partners here and around the world are doing to stay social and connected while also distancing. In the chat room, I want to hear how you have been connecting during these times. Have you been doing Zoom calls, FaceTime calls, Google Duo calls with your friends and family? Maybe it's just a good old-fashioned phone call. Maybe you're doing 6 feet apart picnics, writing and sending letters to each other, keeping in touch via text. Maybe you're helping other people by having food or groceries delivered to them. Whatever you're doing, thank you for doing your part to keep yourself and those around you safe during this time. Go ahead and share in the chat room what you've been doing. We want to share some encouragement with you today. We have some stories and we have some more ways to help keep you occupied while you continue to stay at home in today's episode. So first, you're going to hear from Alex in Sierra Leone. Alex is our social care coordinator, and he has had to find new ways to adapt and provide for our children during this time. Take a look.
Hello, I am Alex, Amara Village Partnership Program Coordinator here in Children of the Nation, Sierra Leone. Part of what I do here is to ensure each VPP receives COTN services holistically. And I also develop regular social activities for each child in the Village Partnership Program to participate in. Lastly, I also coordinate child sponsorship updates within the Children's Home and Village Partnership Program, thereby creating a friendly relationship between each child and their sponsors. This is done through regular child's updates. As of now, today in Sierra Leone, we have been reported of 1 case of COVID-19. This has put us all on our guard. We are all worried as we go through the COVID-19 epidemic in the world. With me, I have Amara, who is going to share a word of encouragement to you all as we go through the COVID-19 crisis.
Hi, my name is Aminata Kamara. I'm in SS1. I'm in the children's home. I'm please encouraging you to take the preventive measures of COVID-19 very strictly by avoiding crowded places, washing your hands regularly using soap and clean water. Do not accept any hug from any person. And if you can see in the book of Jeremiah 29, verse 11, God said for He knows the plan He has for us, the plan of good and not of evil. So we are here thinking of you. We hope that God will guide and protect you. We love you and have a wonderful day.
All right, so be safe, stay positive at home, don't be panic as we go through the COVID-19, but make sure you adhere to all preventive measures. We are also thinking of you people in Malawi, Uganda, Dominican Republic, Haiti, USA, and then COTN Ireland. We love you, and then we are also praying for you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, for all you are doing there in Sierra Leone. It is so nice to hear that encouraging update. Now, speaking of encouragement, I hope you got the opportunity to watch our first ever virtual concert this past weekend with For All Seasons that premiered on our Facebook page. If you haven't, right after News from the Nations, head over to that video on our Facebook, and I promise you're going to be swept away with the amazing singing and music and leave feeling so encouraged. It was a fantastic evening. You truly do not want to miss it. And just to give you a little sneak peek, we're going to show you a short clip from that concert right here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Every good thing, it comes from you. Looking at my life, every low and every high, let me count the ways you've shown up in perfect time. Every minute that you've given, every promise you provide, you won't leave my side. This is who you are, who you are, who you are. Faithful Father, you have shown me. Time and time again, you have been closer than any need that could surround me. I know there's one thing, always true, if it's a good thing. Yeah, that's you. I don't have to explain it, doesn't have to be complicated. Every good thing comes from you. Every good thing, 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 every good thing.
For All Seasons is such an incredible band. We are so happy to be partnering with them, to be able to bring you those songs and encouragement while you are staying home and staying safe. Finally, I want to show you one other clip that gives you an inside look at the work that is happening right now in the countries where we serve from our web series titled Behind the Scenes, Meeting the Minds Behind the Mission. Check it out.
We have an end result. We begin with the end in mind. That's how I like to approach things. So our end is written here, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about that end result and highlight a few words. The first word I'd like to highlight is raise. We're raising children, but I'm not raising the children. The staff, the national staff in the country, the parents, are raising the children. So if you see at the bottom of the screen, you see some of our talented teachers, our principals, teachers meeting with American teachers, learning through teacher training teams. Together we share that responsibility of raising children. Reaching their fullest potential is another key word in there. So many children aren't able to complete even primary school or secondary schools. So in order for them to reach their fullest potential, we want to clear the way for them to continue their education all the way through the end of high school. And then a third word I want to highlight here is the independent creative thinking. Those our goal is to raise children who transform nations at Children of the Nations, and we're going to need those transformational leaders to be trained and independent and have creative thinking. So that's another highlight of our education system, is the end result.
It's so amazing to hear from these ladies who are committed to helping transform the lives of our children. I hope you take the opportunity also to tune in to Behind the Scenes. All the information for our web series can be found on our Facebook page as well. I really hope you are feeling encouraged this morning after hearing those updates, songs, and getting a behind the scenes look at our programs. I want to encourage you to take the opportunity to go watch the full For All Seasons concert on our Facebook, as well as tune in to Behind the Scenes actually tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. I want to thank you for sharing this time with us here at News from the Nations. It's been so nice sharing a few minutes of my day with all of you. I want to end this show with a little bit of joy, so don't sign off before watching this final clip. That will be sure to leave a smile on your face. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on News from the Nations. Bye.
Hi, my name is Thomas Dome. Today I'm very thankful of my sponsors. I have a nice school and I have a nice bag, and my school fees is paid fully, and also I have nice items such as books, pens, and I thank sponsors for all they do. Thank you.